Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your host once again, Leo Luna here, representing Bay Area Sports Digest. 49ers are back in the NFC Championship, and so are the Philadelphia Eagles, who will be the home team in this one. And they're back in it for the first time since they won their first Lombardi trophy, led by quarterback Nick Foles. Strange times that was. And all of a sudden, 49ers, now they're the backup quarterback story. Third string at that here in this NFC Championship game. I'm going to go over some three keys of the win for the 49ers, or just three keys in the game in general that can lead to a win. And then I'm going to give my final score prediction here ahead of this NFC Championship game. Make sure you like, follow, comment as well, because that helps out the platform. When you help out the platform, that's just going to create a bigger audience and a bigger community. And then that's where we're going to get things ramped up here. Let's go ahead and get into the first key of the game for the 49ers. It's going to be run the football. So I'm going to key on that for the San Francisco 49ers, as the Eagles have not been the best defensive run team in the league. They're in the back half in almost every stat category that you look at it, whether it's DVOA ranking, whether it's yards per carry allowed, whether it's total rushing yards allowed, hell, even touchdowns allowed. The Eagles are in the back half in all those categories. And in fact, over the last 6 games, the Eagles have allowed 115 rushing yards or more to their opponents. Well, the 49ers are 13-1 on the season when they rush for at least 110 yards. The one loss was obviously to the Kansas City Chiefs, and that game is kind of irrelevant at this point. And let's go ahead and look at the second key. Second key of the game for the 49ers here, and this one should be: do not turn over the football. I know it's a lot easier to say than it is to be on the field, especially with the rookie quarterback in Brock Purdy playing in that environment. But here's the thing. This is not the first time Brock Purdy has played in an environment that you would anticipate in Philadelphia. Did we forget that this guy was at Iowa State for 4 years and started 2 games at Oklahoma, where there's over 80,000 fans in the stadium there representing the Sooners? So Brock Purdy has seen those high elevations of fans in competition. So with Brock Purdy, don't turn over the football. Running backs, don't put the ball on the ground. Wide receivers, tight ends, don't put the ball on the ground. Ray McLeod, don't put the ball on the ground. So the reason why I say this is a key to the game for the people who are like, no shit, Leo, obviously, because the Eagles, the point differential, when they get at least one turnover, they're almost winning these games by 17 points per game. Now, when their defense does not force a turnover, the spread is less than 6 points per game. And that's where you want to be with the 49ers. So you want to keep this game close. Obviously, you want the lead. So don't turn over the football. And based off what that showed in Jalen Hurts' starts this season for the Eagles, you're going to be in this game. It's going to be a close one. Lastly, the third key of the game is going to be contain Jalen Hurts. We've seen the 49ers get burnt by mobile quarterbacks this season. Justin Fields, for one, the 49ers lost that game, and that was the only 100-yard rusher against this 49ers defense. And then, two, Marcus Mariota. The guy got benched towards the end of the year, but he looked fantastic against the 49ers because of that dual threat ability. The good thing for the 49ers is they have things to learn on from those 2 games. And so I would expect to make sure that you stay in your run lanes. Don't drift off to the left. Don't drift off to the right. If you stay in your lanes, I expect these speedy linebackers to clean things up, especially if Hurts does try to get to the edge. So I think those are 3 keys for the 49ers if you're looking at this game to be close. I hope it's not close. Obviously, that's the fandom in me as in the 49ers' favor. But let's go ahead and get to the score prediction here. Obviously, this is about a 1% chance of landing on it correctly in terms of the score terms, but I'm going to say the 49ers come out with this one. That's non-biased aside. I do think that this team is built for this moment despite having a rookie quarterback. There's a lot of returning players that were just in this position last season that felt what it was like to lose, especially blowing a fourth quarter lead. So a lot of these guys are still hungry, even though Jalen Hurts is starving, as he says. I think the 49ers will come out on top of this one. I do think the 49ers offense can put up a little more points than last week. I'm going to go San Francisco 23, Eagles 16.